hand traps. Some love them, some hate them, and I absolutely hate shifter. And I also wish that shifter could be banned, but sadly, it's not gonna happen. Probably maybe like, I don't know, somewhere, maybe 5 years from now, maybe. But I don't see it being banned very soon. And I could tell you why. It's all because of a few things. It's also with other, different hand traps. Just like Spooky Dogwood, pretty insane card. We expected to see it on the ban list because it's like a Maxi 2.0, but then with life points. Then, it didn't happen, but there's also a reasoning behind it. Now you also have Ash Blossom, pretty insane card. Also played a lot, but still, it's people want it banned a little bit. Not everyone, of course, but yeah, people expected to see it. Yeah, see it like on the ban list maybe someday, but also I don't think that will happen. And yeah, in this video I will explain why, and it's also purely a theory, so that's a disclaimer, just theory. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So the best way to do this video is talking about the hand traps themselves and then just explain why they can't be banned. And the first one I want to talk about is the one, the only shifter. I absolutely hate shifter, like I said in the beginning of the video, and it's all because of one thing. I can't summon my virtual world monsters. So yeah, so if you don't know what shifter does, is shifter, you can activate shifter's effect when you have no cards in your graveyard, and then you send it to the graveyard, and every card that leaves the field gets banished instead. Yes, and it's a really annoying card, but there's a very simple explanation why it cannot be banned. It's just because now these days they're making decks that actually work together with shifter. Let's just take a look at the new Malice archetype. It's a whole banish archetype, or banishment archetype, and yeah, it really works. And it's just when a card gets banished, you can summon it back. It just works perfectly together. And of course, you can make it at 2, but you cannot ban it, just like Max C, because it's not that overpowered as Max C. And I think you will hear the sentence a lot, it's not that powerful as Max C, because it's also most of the time true. And yeah, so shifter, you have now slowly a lot of decks are trying to play under shifter. If you look like probably Snake Eyes, Tempai, all that stuff can play around shifter pretty easy. And the older decks like Virtual World, Speedroids, or other stuff, they need to find a way just to counter it. And one of the ways to counter it is with Called by the Grave. And like the card I also want that goes to 3 is Called by the Grave, because it's like the best counter to every hand trap there is. And yeah, so that's actually the explanation for why shifter cannot be banned, because a lot of decks are trying to find a way to play under it and to work with it, and you don't want to just take something away from a whole deck. So yeah, let's go on to the next hand trap. Now let's talk about Spooky Dogwood. And Spooky Dogwood's effect is every time your opponent special summons a monster, an effect monster to be precise, you gain life points equal to its attack. And as you know, I think this year during I think UWCQ or NAWCQ, I don't know precisely, but it's a huge card then. Or it was a huge card, and it was all because of the time rules. And just imagine this. you go against your opponent and it is 1-1 and you're going game 3, but you only have 1-ish, 2-ish minutes left. Now, your opponent goes first, so he can go full combo, get ready just to do something. Maybe could inflict damage during the opponent's turn. I'm just saying something. Now, what you could do is you activate Spooky Dogwood during your opponent's turn. Alright, yeah, and then he summons a lot of monsters because he wants to go full combo, right? And just make sure you can't do anything. But then you can win because you have 11,000 life points and your opponent have 8,000. Yeah. And that's, yeah, like the reason a lot of people thought, you know what, it will probably be on the balance because it's just max C, but then 4 life points. Really insane. And it didn't. But that's also very simple to explain. You need to keep the game a little bit more engaging. You need to have winner because then it's not that list of a bummer when you see 2 people draw, right? So that's why cards that gain life points, a lot of them, they are most of the time just still there, just like an Aroma Lilith for your plants. Yeah, I don't know which. I played last time. I played during locals against someone. He played Ragnarok with Ogadogic, and eventually it was 1-1, and it was like a few minutes, and he did combo, and then at the end of his turn, he got 1,000 life points because of his Aromalith card, and I was a little bit like, damn it, how can I lose like this? That really sucks. But it's just all because you can have a winner, and it makes it more engaging. Just like, yeah, let's say Ancient Fairy Dragon. Also make sure you gain 1,000 life points. It's, yeah, pretty simple. It's just all because of making stuff exciting and having just a winner. Because if you can't attack your opponent, how can you win then? So, yeah. Now let's go on to the next hand trap. Now, let's talk about Ash Blossom. And if you don't know who Ash Blossom is or what it does, you live a little bit under a rock, like under a huge rock. Besides that, so why can't you ban Ash Blossom? It's because of one thing. It's just a perfect counter. It's, of course, not that strong as Max C. And even then, Ash Blossom can counter like the new Max C's, the Max 2 and the Max 3, if you know what I mean, you know? And that's the thing. Imagine your opponent goes first and he could go full combo, Omni Gates here, Omni Gates there, a lot of destruction, everything. And you cannot Ash Blossom like a spell or two that he activates. Now, then, you start your turn and boom, Omni Negate here, Omni Negate there. You know what? Here, I will activate my spell card. I will activate my trap card so you can't do anything. Just saying. And that's the thing. If you have an Ash Blossom, at least it just stops. And of course, a lot of hand traps does that. But Ash Blossom, and that also counts for Ghost Spell, but not a lot of people play Ghost Spell. Ash Blossom can negate spells, traps, and monsters. Of course, with specific effects like special summoning from deck, sending cards to grave. And yeah, the third I don't exactly know anymore, but that. And it's just, it makes also the game more balanced and fun for both of both of the people. And yeah, so that's what I got to say about Ash Blossom. And let's go on to our final, hand trap. The last card I want to talk about is a card that is pretty darn strong. It's Nibiru. And the thing is, you can't ban Nibiru that easy, just like all the others, but I think, look, of course I absolutely hate Nibiru and I play Nibiru, but what Nibiru does, also if you don't know what it is, it's just very simple. If your opponent summons 5 or more times, you can special summon Nibiru, or yeah, tribute all cards on the field and then special summon or normal summon Nibiru. And yeah, it's really strong, and your opponent gains a token. And that's why it's pretty balanced, the token. Because imagine you go full combo everything, and then bam, you got Nibiru, and you put it back in defense, the token. Let's say the token in defense. And you have a lot of monsters with like a high defense but also high attack. Now, you have like a huge blockade for me when I activate Nibiru. So even with my Nibiru, I can't hit over yours. And imagine if I had my monsters on the field and your opponent summons a lot, and I think like, yeah, I can't do anything about it. I activate Nibiru. Also, my monsters go. So I probably think it's like one of the most balanced, one of the most balanced hand traps there is at the moment. And it's also like pretty important for countering other cards. So yeah, and that's like really important, countering other cards. And also what I'm going to say, what I said a lot, it's not that strong as Max C. So yeah, I think this was it. Make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really enjoyed making this video. And if you subscribe, please put the bell notifications on, because I'm working on a huge video. It's going to be a huge project, I think. It's about a tournament, a online tournament, but not on Master Duel. And at the moment, it begun like filming, but I am totally not finished with the tournament because I'm now just at round 2, and the tournament's like 45-ish days, pretty insane. And just also comment down below if I say anything wrong, and also, yeah, comments for any suggestions for videos, and I will see you next time. Peace.